There's absolutely no way this knife won't become your favorite knife the moment you handle it. Seriously. Hey everyone, today I'm taking an in-depth look at the Allman from WESN, a compact everyday carry knife that since its release has gained quite a reputation in the EDC community. For those unfamiliar with WESN, they're a Michigan-based company that's been making waves with their minimalist, functional knife designs. I've previously reviewed other pocket knives from WESN, the Microblade and the Henry, and today I'm completing the WESN trifecta with their flagship model, the Allman. Alright, let's see if this knife lives up to the hype. I'm going to forego the usual comments about packaging since I got this knife about 3 years ago and I have no idea where the packaging went. But let's talk about first impressions of the knife itself. This thing feels substantial. At 3.8 ounces, it has a reassuring weight that definitely conveys quality. The handle comes in different materials, but I've got the titanium version here. I think it's also available in black and green. The Allman features a 2.8-inch blade, made from premium CPM S35VN steel. The overall length when open is 6.65 inches, making it the largest knife in WESN's lineup, though I would say it's still very pocket-friendly. The Allman features a clean and purposeful design. There's nothing superfluous here, just thoughtful engineering. The swedge on the spine, the flat grind, and the subtle jimping, everything serves a purpose. And in case you don't know what jimping means, or what a swedge is, the flipper tab is well positioned, and the ball bearing pivot system makes deployment smooth and satisfying. This is a knife that feels like it was designed by people who actually use knives on a regular basis. Now let's talk about the build quality. The tolerances everywhere are tight. There's no blade play in any direction, and the frame lock engages solidly with about 40% contact on the tang. The titanium scales are precisely machined with no sharp edges. The knife also features a handy lanyard hole at the back. Now let's see how the Allman stacks up against its WESN siblings, the Ultra Micro Compact Microblade and the Slip Joint Henry. The Allman is significantly larger than both the Microblade and the Henry. The Microblade has a tiny 1.5-inch blade, while the Henry features a 2.35-inch blade. The Allman's 2.8-inch blade gives you more cutting edge for demanding tasks. The Allman comes with S35VN steel, as I'd already mentioned, but that's a notable upgrade from the Microblade's D2 steel, and compared to the Henry's S35VN, it offers better edge resistance, corrosion resistance, and toughness. Now, when it comes to carrying and deploying these knives, unlike the Microblade's keychain-oriented design and the Henry's traditional slip joint, the Allman is a modern folder with a deep carry pocket clip and flipper deployment. It carries deeper in the pocket than its siblings and opens more quickly with one hand. The Microblade is truly a micro tool, perfect for opening packages and small cutting tasks, while the Henry offers a classic non-threatening profile that works well in more formal settings. The Allman, however, is WESN's do-everything knife, capable of food prep, outdoor tasks, and everyday utility work. Despite its relatively compact size, the Allman fits surprisingly well in the hand. The handle shape creates a natural finger choil, giving you excellent control for precision cuts. The flipper tab doubles as a finger guard when you open, preventing your hand from sliding onto the blade during more forceful cuts. The jimping on the spine provides additional grip security. Alright, let's see how it handles some everyday tasks. Here's how it cuts a piece of cardboard. And here's how it cuts doubled up cardboard. Here's how it cuts paracord. And here's how it cuts plastic. And here's how it cuts and shaves some wood. The thin blade stock and flat grind make this an excellent slicer. It glides through packaging, handles food prep well, and makes clean cuts through all kinds of materials. The S35VN steel is holding its edge nicely through all these tasks. Let's break down what I love about the Allman and where there might be some room for improvement. First, the blade steel is excellent with great edge retention. The overall size of this knife is that it's compact yet capable, and it disappears nicely in your pocket. It has a smooth ball bearing pivot system, a rock solid frame lock with zero blade play, and it comes with different handle options. The excellent ergonomics are an outstanding feature despite its compact size. And it's also made in the USA. Now, as for cons, it might be a bit pricey. It might be steep for casual users. The flipper deployment might be a bit challenging for people with smaller hands. And the frame lock can be a little bit stiff when it's straight out of the box. There's also limited availability for replacement parts, and it's designed primarily for right-handed users. Ranging between $189 and $240 depending on the material of the handle, the Allman isn't a budget knife. However, when you consider the materials, build quality, and American manufacturing, it represents solid value compared to similar premium EDC knives. The microblade runs about $115, while the Henry costs around $135, making the Allman currently the most expensive knife in WESN's lineup. But it's also the most capable and versatile. After spending weeks with the Allman, I can say it's now my favorite knife from WESN's lineup. It strikes a nice balance between size and capability that makes for an ideal everyday carry knife. While the microblade is more pocketable and the Henry offers classic charm, the Allman is the one I find myself reaching for the most. It's substantial enough for real work, but disappears in the pocket when not needed. If you've been curious about WESN or are looking for a premium EDC knife that won't break the bank, the Allman deserves a serious look. It's a knife that feels very special every time you use it. That's it for today's review. If you have any questions about the Allman or want to share your experiences with WESN knives, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more EDC reviews of some of the best products from companies all over the world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.